So here we are. We're just gonna start on this Civic here. I just figured I'd give a little show. The clear coat's pretty mashed. We have a pretty smashed fender on it, but I had already changed that without taking any kind of video. We're pretty rough right here. We're pretty rough right here. Rocker panels are gone, so we'll be changing out the rockers. We have new rockers to go on it. They don't come up to here though, of course. That dog leg's pretty bad. The rest of it's all right. So it's got really bad clear coat burn, but that's okay. We're plastic up here, and that, so we're just gonna tape off right along here. Right, we'll tape off our glass right in it. It's one thing I do love about the Civics. The way the tops of the doors are, you basically just tape off the top of the door, and then you're left with the rest of the steel. And we have a massive windshield in the Civics too, so I really do like that for paint. That's what I'm saying. Started on the hood a little bit. Had quite a few big bubbly scabs on it, but we're looking all right now. Sand it, touch it up again. This fender has a little bit of a dent in it. Let's see what kind of work we can do on that. It's a new front fascia. The other one was cracked up quite a bit. Must go coincide with this little dent. See what we can do with that. But yeah, even look at the lights. They're super easy. Probably not even going to take them out. These are pretty rotten. Pretty terrible condition, but I think they'll still last. But yeah, anyways, going black again. It's just a repaint. My favorite type. At least in the jams and stuff are already done. So we like that. Civic. The rockers are fitting them on. Put the new fender on. Got her sanded up. Touch up in a couple of spots, just making it black again. This is the good side. It all sanded up and painted black again. Still a little bit of work, but we'll get through it. Lots of window. It's a good thing, maybe. Okay, guys. We're fitting up our rocker panel. The arms, the welds there. Couple of grippers holding them on. The doors closed nice with them on. Open nice with them on. So we go here. All that rust is all cut out there, and had a dent in it too. So yeah, getting that part done. Got fitted up over here as well. 2 new rockers. Got a blend. This has been patched up a couple of times before or whatever here, so we're just gonna fix that up as well. We got our rockers welded on, and we'll get into the good old fillers. But I don't think we're replacing all the steel, so up here too, pretty rusty. But our rockers fit down here. We'll hold them in tighter when we weld them on. They're looking good all along the bottom. Another clamp maybe in the middle. Start doing some tacks on them and welding them up. We'll seal them up with some filler, and hopefully we can get this here and going kind of quick. Black It's usually pretty good to paint. Fit up pretty good. So far so good. Now let's get a little bit of weld on them. I like to make cuts in them to get them to fit right up on there. A lot of the times they don't have any shape in them to make up there anyways, but we're gonna do that. There's a bit of filler in that, eh? Hard to weld to filler, guys. Very hard to weld to filler. Gotta cut it out and get some steel going. We're missing an inner fender over here. She didn't come with one. So that's the way it is. Yeah. Rockers are lining up nice. You can see right there. Front here. They're lined up nice. Right along. Get some light. Do we have a light? We've got a light now. Yeah, they're lining up nice there, all the way along. So we'll just hit her with the grinder, get ourselves some shiny stuff to weld to. And we'll just give her some tacks all the way through. The front and back, you know, I don't know all the way through, but we'll try to get 30, 40 of them on or something. Then you see here, we already went ahead with our grinder along here. Then we'll push it in, hold it in as we go, because we have to seal it up with a little bit of filler anyways. And this side has got quite a bit of filler in it too, and rust still to deal with. It's got one tinted window so far. Must be something else happening. I don't tint windows myself. I always get someone else to do it. It's never very good at it. Don't like electric forklifts either. Yet run forklifts through live extraction plants. That's when I found out I didn't like them. Yeah, over here. Pretty uniform right through. We're lining right up with our fender there. Oh, look, that different light. Yeah, line up with the fender. We'll give her the same treatment over here. And of course, who wants to come underneath the car? Show you what we'll have to do to tie them in under here. So to tie them in under here, we got some good white cardboard. I like this here shiny stuff. Don't set yourself on fire when you're welding though. You won't like it too much. Yeah, here we are, under the car. You don't like being under the car? So she's kind of rusty there. Of course, on the old rocker. We'll have to shine that up though and see if we can fill the gap. Maybe we'll put a little filler in every so often down along the rocker. A little something here and there to fill it up with. Like in this part, in between. Because these are ordered rocker panels, but they never fit like Honda had them fitting, or any manufacturer that made their own parts, right? Even the fender, it fits nice, all the body lines. But still there's body lines that are a little bit off. Don't stare at it, you know. But once again, it doesn't say Honda on the box that it came out of, so it's not going to be a exact fit whether they say it is or not. That's been my experience with them. I still have to move this here part here a little bit, just a little bit, you know, and then the hood will be good. But the body line on this side, we never done anything over here, and yet the body line from the factory is not great. Or I doubt that's from the factory. I think this car's been worked on a few times before. Pretty sure the roof was done up. We'll have to take this guy down. sit her in there where it's supposed to be. Just noticed it the other day when I was taping, as you can see. I didn't tape beyond there. But at least there's not too many big dents in it or anything. I think there might be a little dent over here. And there is. I'll try something with that. Maybe I'll put the drill in it and weld a little something in it. A little screw or something. Maybe something like this. And we have all them other kits over there too to do stuff, but sometimes I'll drill a hole in it. You know, a lot of backyard stuff. A lot of backyard guys do this. They'll drill a hole and they'll put a screw in there, touch it with a little weld, and then pull it just a little bit and they'll straighten it out. Usually works out all right. Anyways, back to a little bit of cleanup on this thing. I want to get her in here in the spray booth as fast as can be. Done a little sweep up and that. Our fans are kind of blue from the truck. Yeah, we'll get this Honda going. And what's one of the next ones? Maybe an Escalade Cadillac, I think. I'm unsure. I'll have to check it out. But this is where we're at so far. She sanded down nice, get some more tape. Never seen paper on the windows. I'll wait till I get in there. I'll rub her down here, clean off that dust. Some tack cloth tack cloth. Cleaned up with that before I bring it in there, and then I'll put the paper in. So, as we're fitting the rocker panels here, they're looking pretty good so far. Getting ready to weld them all up and everything. Fitting them around the back here. Tried to do we're doing a little envelope there, just so that we can, it's not stopping right here and cut off. I hate that. So we're putting, you know, the steel in it like it's kind of a factory shape. But yeah, we just had all of this here, and I guess it's body filler and the foil tape. What is that there tape called? And the glass fell out, so this all just fell out there. So we'll have to rebuild that up a little bit more, but whatever. But our rockers are coming along nice. We'll tie them in here. Ready to go right in here nice. All along. But yeah. Just gave her a little tap there. Shaping it up, just getting ready to do a little welding, and you know, they all fell out, but we can still go ahead and weld for now. We have to weld up to that. Is what it is. Same over here. It's falling out pretty good. We'll get a piece in though. These rockers welded on. Changed out our fender. Looking good. Nice and tight. Open. Close the door. The last one's going in there. And the bottom's all rotted out of it and that. So, yeah. That's where we're at. Getting pretty close to being able to paint a lot. If there's not a lot of bodywork up here, that's great news. Good sanding, good priming, and then get some paint on it. But the bottom is pretty rough. But get that straightened out too. No more big gigantic rust holes and dents there anyways. It's a big dent, but that was a big dent from here to here, and then all that was gone though. So yeah, the new rocker on this side is definitely helping. The other side's missing quite a bit of the rocker. Dented in too, so get them on, get her painted, back out the door. I'm sure the fellow that has it needs her back. Well then, lots of noise in the background, but there you have it. So far so good. We're getting our rockers welded up. We're gonna weld them on good, you know. Every few bits there, they're welded in. There you go, hitting stuff again for you. Always hitting stuff. Show them that's solid. Yep, nice and solid. I'm just welding them out. Tack them in on the top, the doors. The doors close, open and close. Give them a little tack. They'll have to get a clean up with the grinder. A little bit of filler on them. Primed and painted. This side's not done yet. Just doing the one side. I'd like to get both sides done. Like I said, we're shaping it up, but she's falling apart. But we can keep this part too. Maybe put back together and see if we can make a shape with the steel, the marker or something. Template. Yeah, now we have a little bit more time made up. But everything's taped off, and yes, I know that the boat is there and the car is here with all the windows taped, but mirrors and everything. But I think we can make it there pretty easy with it. Lots of room. And I was going to put the front bumper cover on, but I think we'll just paint it separate. We'll put it on at the end and put our pieces in it, our grill, and we only have one of these. The other one I guess is missing. So yeah, we'll just wait to get them on. We'll put them on with our mud flaps in the end. He's going to put the mud flaps back on. So yeah, our rockers are on, all sealed up. We're just waiting to do a little sanding. I forgot to put a little more mud here too. We'll see what we do with that. Maybe I'll put a little glaze on it instead of mixing. But yeah, we're gonna sand on it, and then she's primer time. Get her in the gray and gray primer. Then black. Then out the door, onto the next. So, here we are. Still have to let her down. I've done what I'm calling the final sand before we prime, right? But we're looking pretty tight there. We have a shape in there. Remember, there was no steel in there. It was the aluminum tape and fiberglass. But now we have steel and a little bit of filler over top of it. So, anyways, we got that going. We still have to let her down. Just figured I'd show both sides here. Yeah, look, we have some steel in there too, and got the filler covering it up a bit. And we're just going to get her in the spray booth there, maybe back up in the air a little bit like that on the ramps. And I took a couple of blocks, so maybe a fella can get her primed up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll be ready maybe for the morning. We just wiped it off good. We'll wipe it off again and get it primed and sand it, and we'll take it back out and sand it. Prime it maybe a couple of times. I think it has some pretty bad clear coat burn on it, so before we hit it with the black. Anyways, just thought I'd show you where we're at. All pretty basic stuff, but we had no rockers there, as we know. We're going to paint the front bumper cover too separate, and then just put it on in the end. It'll be okay because you get the jack under there better anyways. It's only a couple of little clips and stuff anyhow. We'll have to cover up the old muffler. Get her black again. So, here we are, guys. We're in the booth. And we're about to give her the prime up and then see what we need afterwards. So, might give her a little wipe down right quick and prime time. We have our gun cleaned up over here, right there, and we got our primer going. I think about a quart of primer will get us going here. So, let's get her going.
give her a good sand in the morning, and then we'll start doing coats of black on her. Should be nice and black again. Looking good so far. Thinking here, but usually that's how I like to put it on, nice and heavy, and sand it up nice and smooth, and then I find the paint just goes on even better. So there we are, the rocker panels. The rocker panels on her, all primed up. All them big scabs that were in the hood are gone. The dented up fenders changed out. So yeah, not too much longer and she'll be black. Can't wait.
Well, here we are. We got the little Civic all primed up and what I'm calling final body work. Remember, we had nothing in there, so we had to weld in steel and everything to get a shape out of it. What I mean by final body work, that's the last thing we're putting on it. We'll sand that out and then we should be good to go. Pretty sure. That down here, we're all primed up and sanded out. And over here, a little more glaze to get those few pieces there. Give her a little sand up, and yeah, we'll reverse her back in and maybe start getting her ready for some coats of black. We'll give her the sand out here, blow it off a bit, rub her down with the cloth, and get her back in. Been a bit of work so far. She's fairly rusty there at the back, so but we're getting through it. And I think we're going to work on maybe rocker panels on another Ram next. So looking forward to that. Here we are. So far so good, and we're just going to paint the front fascia separate and then we'll put it on at the end anyways. It's only a couple of tabs and that to put it in, and we have to put this guy in and everything anyway. So this is the front grill, the wind dam for them, and these are the grates, but we only have one grate, so I guess we'll have to get another one. Or we won't, the owner will, I guess. Easy enough to put in. That's where we're at. Get her ready to paint. Hopefully we'll have her painted and head here today. Here we are. Got her sanded down pretty nice. Bodywork's tied up pretty good. Looking pretty good. We have the shape there now. Anyways, I think she's pretty well painted on. I still have this little piece here, tidying up some. Hopefully we got it this time. If not, we'll get it the next time, I guess. But yeah, now we have a shape in there too. There's no steel left in there, it all fell out with our, well, it wasn't steel, it was aluminum tape or whatever, and fiberglass, so it all fell apart. Now it has steel and some filler in it, so it should stay together pretty good now. I think we'll get it all sanded off on the other side there. Bring it around, probably put her in here. I might put her up on the ramps, get her up a little higher so I can paint the rockers. I have to stand up to get the roof. Then be able to get the rockers easier though, so because the gun doesn't want to fit underneath there with the pod on it and everything. It's hard to make her run sideways. So, yeah, I think we'll put it up in the air a little bit. And we'll paint it, I guess. Get her done. All black. Black Civic. So, here we go, guys. We have a nice black Honda Civic. Hi. Nice and shiny. Hopefully she'll calm down some. You know how it is, but it's nice and shiny. You can see our reflection everywhere. Hopefully we're building our way up to a professional spray booth, but right now she certainly seems to be shiny. She'll look good at night, I know that. There's our new front fascia cover. Hi. There we go. Nice and shiny. Shiny, shiny. Hey there. How's it going? Our new rockers. Can't really see where they went on. Hopefully we keep a nice good shine throughout. Like I don't know. I think if I was young, I'd be pretty proud to have this Honda Civic now. Nice fresh black paint job. Looking spanking. I think it's all good. Leave her sit for a day, then demask her. Maybe bring in the Ram truck and clean up the rockers and stuff on it. Get it ready to go out the door. I'm happy with the shine. Looks like she could use some polishing, but for the price, I think that we're okay. That's for sure. She's a beauty. Well, guys, here's our budget Civic all done up. We've got a couple of rocker panels on it, new fender on it. Rockers on there, new fender, new front fascia. This is the paint job. She could definitely use some waxing or polishing, but I mean, we're a couple of grand in here. I gotta get this to go in, but the paint is still a little bit tacky. Well, not tacky, but it's not quite cured, so you don't want to go slamming it in. We just put our grates in the front there. Got our front fascia on. Nice and tight. You want the shake? I'll give you the shake. There's the shake. Nice and tight. I gotta take that tape off. I just don't want to lean over on the car yet. We'll let it down off the ramps. I didn't tint that window, but I guarantee you that my tint work is not much better than that, so that's why I don't. But we can see ourselves in it. See a little dust in it, but I mean, we're working on our spray booth, right? There's the car down this side, looking pretty good. Back of her's looking pretty good. I think she looks better than she used to when we got it. So, that's an app. Hopefully they like it. You always think that when you're painting. You're always hoping people will like it, but I mean, budget paint job, budget body job. A week. Or maybe not, I don't know. It's a budget paint job, budget body job for a young fella. I normally wouldn't have did it, just a young fella's going to trade school, and you know how that goes. You like to give him a little hand. Car was looking a little rough, so now we're looking good. I was gonna get that to go in. See, this was that fender with the dent in it, right? And this is an aftermarket front bumper fascia, so we all know how that goes. It never quite fit exactly like the factory is, and I don't care what the factory is, as long as it's from the manufacturer, right? Usually stay a little bit better.